The dark was all there was before he said, "Let there be light." And there I was alone, afraid, and brightened up the night. I saw the world in monochrome and slowly lit the day. And I was like the luminance, but all I lit was grey. The first thing I had in mind when I was making Light and Colour was that I really wanted something to build on the themes that I'd started in With Love from Where You're Not. In all honesty, With Love, I liked it as an album, but I wasn't really satisfied with it really shortly after I finished it. And so I spent the next year and a half working on an album that was to be, in a sense, the sequel and the completion of everything I started and touched upon in that album, and delving a bit more deeply into what I believe and what I think about certain things. And that was the point of Light and Colour, and I think in a way I managed to achieve what I set out to when I started the album, and I'm quite happy with how thematically it really tied up a lot of the themes that I opened in With Love from Where You're Not. Writing Light and Colour was I'd say a lot more fun than doing With Love from Where You're Not, which was really done to a very strict deadline. I managed to take a whole summer to finish off and write the record, rather than cramming it into a few half-hour slots in the days on the bus to uni like I did in the first album. And I think the songwriting's a lot better for it. I was definitely a lot more adventurous with my chord progressions, my lyrics, and everything that went into making the music, and I think there was a whole lot more thought that I put in that I didn't quite put into the first album. In terms of making the album as well, it was great to have a lot more time, and so I was really able to listen through things a lot more than I was to the first one. And so I spent pretty much a whole summer locked away in my bedroom just working on music and making sounds, and I don't count the summer as a loss because I really think it was quite worthwhile with what I ended up with. A plane ticket bound for the West you do, and my favorite picture of me and you to keep you in terms of the sound of the new record, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's probably very safe to say that my production skills weren't that great when I made With Love from Where You're Not. I wasn't really happy with the quality of a lot of the tracks on that, and that's something that I believe really improved in Light and Colour. I honestly think that my style's matured a fair bit, and a lot of the songs now sound a lot more like I wanted them to. I often describe my music as a blend between Owl City and Relient K, and I really think I've kind of found that little niche, and exactly where the music I want to hear is also the music that I want to make. So I'm really happy with the sound of the record and how it turned out. It does range in times from full-on pop-punk, a la vintage Relient K, to also some very heavily Owl City influenced electro-pop songs, and I'm really happy with the blend of songs and everything in between.
Daniel and I have been close musical friends, I would say, for about a couple of years now, and I guess Daniel would kind of consider me his musical mentor in a sense. That's how we met, so to speak. He was watching my YouTube tutorials on how to make electronic music similar to Owl City, and he kind of approached me on some things, and we've just been friends ever since, and enjoyed time together, bouncing ideas off each other, and really getting feedback from each other on our music and stuff. And so for this album, it was kind of a given that Daniel wanted to include my talent on a few songs. So for Light and Colour, I provided a short vocal take on one of Daniel's songs called Live Like You, and I basically sung the second verse, and then Daniel recorded some harmonies with my voice. the more major contribution that I made was I remixed Daniel's song Dazzling by Design, the original being more of a pop-punk kind of tribute to Relient K, and I turned it into more of an electro-pop number, more of a bubbly kind of upbeat, punchy kind of tune that I think very well complements the original and gives it a fresh perspective. I really enjoy the original, and it was fun to choose that song and to really shift it to my style. League above me, could you love me, or am I just too far down? Picture perfect. After a lot of deliberation, I decided that the best thing to do with Light and Colour was to give it away for free, because I do want people just to listen to it and to be able to hear it whether or not they can afford it. So it was kind of a tough decision, but ultimately I think it was the right one. And it is my honest hope that if people aren't able to support me financially, that they will have it free and they'll also share it with as many people as they can, because all I really want is for lots of people to be able to hear it. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's really cohesive to me, and I think it's exactly what I intended as a sequel and summary of the themes that I opened in with Love From Where You're Not. So I'm really happy to present Light and Colour as my newest album for release this Valentine's Day, and I hope all who listen to it enjoy it.